Here we could add the state for it to go to a sprint, but because we want the animation to be smooth, we want it to do a blend between the run and the sprint. First, let's create the sprint animation. Let's just double click on the run, and we will use this as a base animation. Now, it will be good for us to add the weapon so we know what's happening. So let's go to the skeleton tree here, and this character that came with the first person shooter example had a socket that you can create by, I don't know, go hand, right click, and add a socket here, and you can move it around. But if you already have a socket, then you can right click it, add preview asset, and let's find our gun. Here it is. So now we know what's happening better. Now, when we're sprinting, we do not want to have our gun going forward, right? We want it to be rotated to one side. So let's do that. We would need to modify, and here in the skeleton tree, you can find the hand. And if we want to add some animation, we can add a key. So let's stop the animation. Let's go to a first frame, and then we can key it with our hand selected. Let me press key, and now I can rotate it like this and key it again just to be sure that the change has been made. So now that we have rotated that bone, if we press play, then it's a little better. Now, maybe it's too near my body, so I won't see it. So let me tweak the lower arm also. Let's go to a first frame, key it, and move it just a little bit, and key again, and let me fix a little bit of the arm. Yeah, now it should be better. And we can also fix this part of the arm, the left arm. So let's go to the left arm. This is the right one. We don't want to mess too much with the clavicle. The upper arm. Oh, and I forgot to key this. Yeah, a little key there. Key again, and the lower arm also. This is a little bit tedious, but it will give us a better effect. Key it here.
We'll remove the snapping too.
Yeah,
Can
but
be less painful.
yeah, that's true. So it doesn't snap like this, but I believe that it gave us like the correct locations for now. Our camera would not be able to see this, probably, so I'm gonna leave it like this. We can fine tune it later. But yeah, if you want to remove the snapping because animating with a snap is really troublesome, you can do it here for the movement, and for rotation you can disable it right here, so you have a lot more freedom, and that's even better actually. So yeah, good point. So we won't be able to see this animation even though we have modified a first person run. If we try to see it here in my game, we won't be able to see it. If we wanted to use this as an additive animation, because we are creating additive layer tracks, we would need here to, in asset details, instead of no additive, in additive settings, we would need to change it to local space or mesh space. But in my case, I want this to be an other animation. So Here I can create an asset, create animation, current animation, and preview mesh. So it's getting all the current animation. And let me save it. Where's my character, mesh, textures, material, animations? And I believe all my animations were called, let me call it a sprint, then we can rename it to the proper name. So we have created the sprint here. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go to the animation blueprint and I'm gonna test it here in the asset browser sprint. Let me replace the run like this, compile, save. Let me press Alt P so we can play. And now we have the sprint animation. Yeah, so it's working.